Hey, Warrior Saints, good morning. Happy Labor Day. Welcome to our Crucifixional live stream. Father Chris here. Glad to have you beautiful people with us as we celebrate this holiday that throughout the United States of America celebrates the hard work of men and women in days gone by. I'm sure you know the history of Labor Day, but Labor Day ultimately comes as a result of the labor unions in the late 1800s saying that, hey, bro, our people work too long, too hard, and get no pay, and it ain't safe. Fix it, or we're going to walk out. And so Labor Day was born. The idea of taking care of those who work in physical and manual labor positions and jobs. Interesting that the back of this country was born on labor. And yet today, sometimes we may find that, I don't know, there is a lack of labor, right? Like people aren't really wanting to work hard. It's really it's a crisis almost about how, like, let me tell you why. There are so many people that I interact with who say, oh my gosh, we want to hire people. We need to find people to work. We just can't find people to work. And I also talk to a bunch of people who say, oh my gosh, I'm looking for work. I can't find a job and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, how hard is it, y'all? Like, just, like, especially the group that wants to work. There's a ton of jobs out there. Why aren't they doing it? And I think the problem is that people have become entitled in their mindset that they deserve the highest position right off the bat. Like, in other words, a post-college graduate deserves, a CEO type of position, or someone in high school deserves not just to be, on fries at McDonald's, but go straight to assistant or general manager and so on, all this entitlement. And really, as I think about it, the ideals of this country about being built on the back of hard work, of labor, which is why we celebrate this day, is really kind of gone because we all feel really entitled. And here's the thing. I don't think anybody is entitled to anything but opportunity. Right? Like we should all have the opportunity to work hard and excel. I don't even think we're entitled to a level playing field. Nothing. That's not life. That's not real. Should it be? Maybe, but that's just not real. And if you feel that you are entitled to equality of outcome and all, a level playing field, you're wasting time, bro, because that is not something that we should be entitled to because it's just not real. Maybe it's ethical, I don't know, even care, but it's not real. And the problem with that is that when people feel this entitlement, they don't make any advancements. We really don't make any advancements because I'm going to say it. We spend a lot of time whining about things. And why, and these are the ill-fated words. It's not fair. Right? And we spend a lot of time whining about this, inequality or the travesty of how things are, and we're not doing anything to progress and move forward. And that's why people don't see their lives different today than they did from 1 year ago. Do you understand? Like, yes, things aren't necessarily how they're supposed to be, or at least how we would like them to be. Maybe they are as they're supposed to be. But the continual complaining about it doesn't affect any change. It is what it is. And so you can come at me and say, well, it should be the same and everyone should have, and all that crap that went on about systemic racism, blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, fine. You can whine all you want about that. I am going to work my rear off every single day, and I'm going to get a step ahead of you every single day because that's just how it works. I'm not interested in fair. And I think when we say those things, what we're really doing, is we're creating an alibi so that we don't have to create an achievement. Now, there's this book. I haven't read it. It was cited in another book I was reading. It's called True Believer by a guy named Eric Hoffer, which I think deals with, trends of mass movements and so on. And he came up with the saying that alibis are far more attractive than an achievement. Like, that's where I got this idea. I think it's great. He's saying, like, look, it's easier for you to say, oh, it's unfair, I didn't get the same opportunities or whatever it may be as another person. And now I have an alibi for sucking, right? But instead, if I want to make an achievement, even when the playing field isn't level, that's hard work, bro. Hence Labor Day, right? And it's just, that's hard work because if I get involved in, say, writing a book, I have to really look to write the best book ever written. If I get involved in building a building, a church, a house, whatever it may be, I got to build the best building, and on it goes. Like, I have to achieve and grind after it. You know what I mean? That's the goal. But if I have this alibi, well, it's just the world is against me. It's not fair. And this is tragic, because you are leaving, if you think like this and talk like this and act like this and believe this, you're leaving a lot on the table, and you may have a lot to offer. In contrast, the Apostle Paul is telling us in Colossians chapter 3 that whatever you're working at, work hard at it, work heartily, give it 100%. And here's the caveat: as if you're doing it for the Lord, right? So like, whatever work you may be doing, maybe it's of little value in your mind or great value into the world, who knows? But give 100% in your mindset, because what you're offering back to God. God gave you whatever gifts, whatever skills, whatever intellect, whatever talents, and he's saying to you, hey bro, give some work and give it back. Make it multiply, make it have an impact on other human beings in the world. And so if you have this mindset that whatever you're doing, as mundane as you may think it is, if you're doing it to impress and receive blessings from the Lord, then you're on the right path. That's, for example, the Warrior Saints, we have nothing, but yet we're grinding every day and giving you 100% because we want to give back to God. And so we don't ever say it's not fair. Yeah, it's not fair. We're better than some, smarter than some, definitely better looking than some. But we may not be like the most successful of all. Okay, that may not be fair, right? But it is what it is. And we don't whine about being fair. We don't look for that level entry. We just grind and give our work so we can give back to God and say, we gave you 100%. Now, many of us may get lost in that it's fair mentality because it's kind of the way we think. I'm asking you to think differently. I'm asking you not to be like the world, not to be like this, this silly entitled stuff that's going on, because it keeps you down. You're going to find yourself today and next year in the same spot. But if you want to get out of this spot and you want to find yourself really grinding through and thinking in stronger, different ways so that you can become the best man and woman that you can be, it's pretty easy. Visit warriorsaints.org. That's it. At warriorsaints.org, it's our new website. Our academy is there. It's a school, basically, to help us become exceptional human beings, especially in the midst of the chaos that is in the world. When you get there, there's a lot going on that website that we offer as much as we can, and we're going to keep offering more and more as we grow. But I want you to look today at the Way of the Warrior Saint. The Way of the Warrior Saint is an online course that's going to help you become an exceptional man, an exceptional woman. Part of it is by establishing a work ethic in your own life. In fact, we have just uploaded an episode called It's Not Fair. And hopefully that will help us with this mentality. Love you, beautiful people. We're going to be back tomorrow to grind some more. Visit warriorsaints.org. We will see you bright and early in the morning. And as always, keep walking on the way of the Warrior Saint.